Renegade Immortal Episode 184. In the previous episode, Wang Lin pushed the spirit beast of the god-slaying war chariot through a dangerous evolution, unlocking its second seal at the very brink of destruction. Under a storm of lightning, the creature transformed into a rare thunder beast, though only with a silver horn, a sign that its evolution was not perfectly achieved. Even so, its power rose high enough for Wang Lin to contend with mid-ascendant cultivators, though those at the late stage still posed an overwhelming threat. After imprinting the fourth blood symbol, Wang Lin returned to the tower to refine 3 powerful swords, preparing for the dangers ahead. 3 months passed quietly, until a group of powerful strangers approached the soul-refining tribe. Led by a golden-clothed cultivator and accompanied by Xianxia, who feared the terrifying possibility that the Wang Lin they were hunting might be the same Wang Lin he once traveled with. At the end of the previous episode, Wang Lin suddenly sensed their arrival and opened his eyes, announcing, 13, we have guests. What will happen next? Stay tuned. And the story continues. The cultivators of the Cultivation Union flew toward the soul-refining tribe. Before them loomed a massive, black cloud, stretching endlessly across the horizon. It was no ordinary cloud. Thick, oppressive, and filled with strange, ghostly energy, it blocked not only their sight but also their divine senses. Any careless approach risked having their origin souls devoured by the swirling soul fragments trapped within. Sharp, eerie wails echoed from inside, each one chilling the heart and mind. The cloud itself seemed alive, radiating an aura that warned even the strongest to keep their distance. The man in gold, who led the group, frowned as he stared at the black cloud. He let out a cold, disdainful snort and said, Wang Lin's place has only this single layer of defense. Once we break through, capturing that child will be effortless. Beside him, his subordinates wore grim expressions, silent under the oppressive atmosphere. They could feel the danger but were powerless to resist the command of their superior. Xianxia observed everything quietly. He had learned some of the situation from his sister beforehand. Most of the smaller teams had assumed this was a simple opportunity to earn merit because the ancestor had supposedly sent a celestial guardian to protect the area. They believed that nothing could stop them and had grown arrogant, underestimating the power surrounding Wang Lin. The messenger who reported Wang Lin's location had warned that the place was protected by a formidable cloud. But the majority dismissed it. Xianxia looked around at the group of nearly 20 people. Most were in the early stage of soul transformation. A few were at the mid-stage, and only one, Uncle Feng, had reached the late stage of soul transformation. Uncle Feng, Xianxia's martial uncle and his father's junior apprentice brother, remained silent throughout. He was here to protect Xianxia, though he could not have anticipated the little sister's secret pursuit that led them all into this dangerous situation. Even more tragic, the ancestor had erased martial Uncle Feng's memory, turning him into a puppet with a celestial seed planted inside him. He no longer had control over his own life or death. The man in gold, seeing the hesitation in his subordinates, shouted, "This black cloud is nothing but a bluff. Number 10, break through it for me." A young cultivator, trembling and pale, hesitated, his face twisted in fear. Obedience was mandatory, and he clenched his teeth before stepping forward. The pressure from the black cloud intensified as he approached. The ghostly wails lashed at him like waves of power. By the time he reached 10,000 feet from the cloud, he could no longer move forward. His life felt like it would be snuffed out instantly if he pressed on. Yet, the fear of disobeying the man in gold drove him to push forward. If this life that barely resembles a human life must end here, then so be it, he thought grimly. With a deep breath, he charged straight into the black cloud like a meteor. The cloud surged violently as he approached, forming twisting, mushroom-like shapes. Expanding outward, the wails inside grew even more intense, shaking the very sky. Suddenly, the cloud opened its massive mouth and swallowed him whole. He vanished without a trace, leaving nothing behind. Shock rippled through the Cultivation Union. Even from a distance, they felt as if the cloud had reached for them. Their clothes were soaked with cold sweat, and the gravity of the situation hit them with terrifying clarity. The calm celestial guardian among them observed the scene carefully. his eyes narrowing in puzzlement. A subordinate whispered in fear. Team Captain. This black cloud. The man in gold's expression darkened further. He pointed at the white-haired old man nearby, saying, "Number 3, you go." That man was Marshal Uncle Feng. Confusion clouded his face as he obeyed. Stepping forward, Sun Yunshan clenched his fists, heart aching, knowing the danger his martial uncle faced. Within moments, Feng reached 10,000 feet from the cloud. Just as he attempted to move further, the black cloud shifted. It surged, parted, and left a narrow path open in its center. From the clearing, a cold-looking young man emerged. Stepping forward slowly, he glanced at the approaching old man and then at the members of the Cultivation Union. "My ancestor welcomes everyone," he said calmly, without a trace of fear. The man in gold's expression shifted instantly. "Number 3, kill him. Use this path to enter," he shouted. Marshal Uncle Feng rushed toward the young man. But before he could close in, a strand of black cloud shot out, wrapping around him and pulling him back. Within seconds, he was swallowed by the darkness, disappearing completely. Sun Yunshan's eyes welled with tears as he witnessed this. The cold young man turned and motioned with his hand. "This way," he said, walking ahead confidently. The Cultivation Union, though shaken, followed the path, thinking they might still have control. The black cloud began to close behind them, cutting off retreat. Soon, they arrived at the Soul Refining Tribe. The sight that met them was staggering. A huge tribe sprawled out before them, filled with countless people who looked upon them with piercing, cold eyes. The area at the center stretched over 5 kilometers, with a towering structure rising majestically from its heart. Its presence radiated power and authority so intense that the intruders struggled to even breathe under it. The young man, 13, stood outside the central area, bowing respectfully. "Ancestor, I have brought the guests here," he announced. Wang Lin's voice then drifted down from the tower, calm yet layered with hidden menace. "Fellow cultivators come here filled with killing intent. Could it be that I have offended you?" He had gradually mastered pieces of the Heavenly Devil sound spell. As his voice spread, it carried with it a latent, devilish power, filling the minds of everyone in the Cultivation Union, except for the man in black, whose strength allowed him to resist. The man in gold's origin soul trembled slightly as he instinctively sensed the power behind Wang Lin's words. "You didn't offend," he murmured. "But if that is the case, then it seems you are all too presumptuous to come looking for trouble," Wang Lin said, his voice sharp with cold intent. From the tribe, every member shouted in unison, "Impudent!" Their collective voice fused with the wailing of the black cloud, resonating like thunder, stabbing into the hearts of the Union cultivators. The sound caused blood to spurt from the mouths of a few weaker cultivators. Their origin souls rattled violently. The experience cleared the minds of the others, forcing them to confront the severity of their mistake. The man in gold staggered back, shocked, his subordinates even worse off. Even as fear gripped them, Sun Yunshan's heart raced with excitement. "It's him, it's really him," he thought, his anticipation barely contained. Realizing the situation had escalated, the man in gold shouted, "Celestial Guardian, attack!" The man in black's eyes blazed as he leapt above the tower, forming a seal with his right hand and striking down with incredible force. A golden symbol appeared in the sky, charging toward the tower with mountain-crushing intent. Wang Lin, calm and composed, did not look up. With a hand releasing black light into the sky, he commanded, "Come down for me." The golden symbol began to crack under the invisible force Wang Lin wielded. The man in black's face turned pale with terror. He attempted to evade, but his body was immediately caught by a force that could steal life force. He was ruthlessly pulled down from the sky. With a loud boom, the man in black's body smashed into the ground. In this episode, we saw the cultivators of the Cultivation Union attempt to confront Wang Lin at the Soul Refining Tribe, only to be met with the terrifying black cloud that swallowed anyone who got too close. Wang Lin, with his calm and strategic mastery, revealed the true extent of his power, using both his presence and the Heavenly Devil sound to shake the invaders' minds and protect the tribe. The episode ends with Wang Lin effortlessly pulling down the man in black from the sky, showing just how formidable he has become. What happens next? Stay tuned for the next episode of Renegade Immortal. If you enjoyed this episode or found it exciting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to get notified of the latest episodes in Wang Lin's journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.